9 months after the 50 billion shilling Safaricom IPO transaction, the Kenya Association of Stockbrokers and Investment Banks says the situation could have been handled differently, but participators did not consult with the industry.
The people who were given the work to do, the processing agent, we believe they didn't have adequate retail capacity to do it. The way to do it in future is to consult widely before you actually set off to do the work. And this is what was missing in the case of Safaricom. The industry was not properly consulted.
In a statement, KASIB CEO Jane Jeru said cases of misdirected refund checks and electronic fund transfers into wrong accounts, wrongly spelt share certificates and checks, and misallocation of entitlements are a few of the unresolved issues.
Right now, the stockbrokers, investment banks, and CDS and the Citibank are trying to reconcile their positions. This has been going on for a while. But since the IPO was closed down, there has been the issues connected with the funds of the excess monies, the reallocation of shares, and so on.
Although the Safaricom IPO brought several problems along with Citibank, which was the main receiving bank during the transaction, KASIB insists that in the grand scheme of things, the bank is not a staple in the Kenyan economy, and that if the effects of the global market meltdown cause the United States-based Citibank to close its Kenya operations, it won't leave a large gap in the economy.
Citibank is a very small bank in Kenya. In fact, I don't think anyone would miss them per se, because it really has, other than a few corporate accounts and a few high net worth accounts, the vast majority of Kenyans don't know Citi. If the company leaves Kenya, that means it closes its operations here. That issue will now fall under the regulatory, ambit of the central bank. The central bank will decide what you do with funds that are held here on behalf of clients.
The association recommends a third-party audit of the Safaricom IPO to ensure that all shareholders receive their piece of the pie.
This is why the view of Stockbrokers Investment Bank is that we may need the assistance of a third party, especially an auditing firm with experience to do investigations, so that we can be able to know what is the actual position, because the Stockbrokers Investment Bank think they are right. Citi thinks they have done all that they should do.
The association couldn't predict how long it may take for all shareholders to be compensated, but strongly suggested refocusing the way IPOs are handled in the future. Renita Young, Eyewitness Business.